for a while, I came to terms with the fact that, you know what, Luscious, you're very talented, honey. Maybe it's just never gonna happen. Maybe it's just time for you to settle down. Looking at it back now, it was all me. I was the only one getting in my own way. I was the only one sabotaging myself. I was the only one thinking that nobody believed in me, and I was the only one that stopped believing in myself.
Okay, let's address the big fat elephant in the room. And no, not this one. Let's talk about this one. Because let's face it, Lushious Massacre keeps lying. And not just regular lying, like pathological lying. Both in her lives and in her videos.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about what's happening in my life. To hit rock bottom, to be able to come back up and face myself, face my demons, face my fears, and realize that I was the only one getting in my way and I was my own worst enemy.
When Lushious Massacre went to Hollywood, she got the Hollywood job that she always wanted. From that hit television show We're Here, and working on the set of Jimmy Fallon.
I feel like sometimes I want to be in Los Angeles and living this beautiful dream, and I want to be on YouTube, and I want to have a platform, and I want like all these crazy beautiful things. And then other times I reject all of it, and I'm just like, do I really want that? You know, is that really what's gonna make me happy? Is that really something that I want to do for the rest of my life?
But here's the kicker. Once the gigs were over and it was time for her to pack up and go home for a small break, girl, instead of talking about how much fun it was, how much she loved working in Hollywood, she goes straight into the drama.
When I moved to LA, when I was doing YouTube and I was living here in Brownsville, and then I got the opportunity to move to Los Angeles, and I feel like when I moved to LA, all of the people that were, and this is just the true tea, all of the people that maybe felt threatened by me, or maybe they felt like, oh, we need to stop him, we can't let him succeed, we need to just get him and destroy his dreams. Like that's what it felt like to me. When I moved to Los Angeles, it feels like a lot of people who were around me, friends of mine, people who are no longer friends of mine, I feel like I ruffled a lot of feathers, and I feel like I was in a beehive. And when I moved to LA, it was almost like I immediately became a threat, and it was very like I felt like I hit the beehive.
Like, even when completing a goal, which she set for herself, she was still not happy, and was worried about what the drama channels had to say about her, or what people on Twitter had to say about her. Luscious was supposed to be living a dream, and wished the drama channels and haters the best of luck on their careers, but no. She could not just drop it. She came back hating again to the point she was second-guessing herself on her job, because she wanted to overthink.
The girls, honey, the girls. What a battle. I gave up on myself. Like, true tea, and I know this sounds ridiculous, like Luscious, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I really had to fess up. You know, I did a video a couple days ago where I was talking about I was afraid and I was ashamed to open up and tell you guys that I am depressed and I have anxiety and I haven't been taking care of myself, and I've gotten to the point where my weight is really affecting me, and it's really making me unhappy, and it's really making me feel bad about myself. Everything started to feel like, what's the point? Nobody cares about me. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares if I'm doing good or if I'm doing bad. Nobody really cares. And I feel like I started to talk myself into this dark hole of just really crapping on myself and being so mean to myself, judging myself, criticizing myself. I'm not gonna do it. Oh girl, I don't feel good, honey. I'm tired, honey. I'm not bothered. I gave up. And that's what led me down this path. Watching what you eat, taking care of what you're putting in your body, that is so hard. The girls, what a battle. With me, it's difficult.
Here's a point. Like, let's say Lushious Massacre was the leading star of a movie. The movie did pretty well in theaters, and she got nominated but loses. She would freak the hell out and self-destruct. and then go on a rant as to why she lost, blame other people on her losing, and come back a few days later saying, oh guys, I was going through the gigs, this and that, blah blah blah.
I've been going through the gigs, okay? I feel like 2020 was my year of anger. And that's true tea. I'm just gonna, that was the year that I was just like, I was very angry at not myself actually, I was not angry at myself. I gave up on myself. Can I separate myself from this without being called a social climber? I never used anyone. I never calculated to use anyone. I never did any of it. And I'm not putting any negativity out into the world right now. I just have to clear the air. And this is a teaching moment. This right now, I am teaching you how to treat your friends.
Lushious Massacr will never be happy in Hollywood because she will never be happy and content with herself.
Life is a struggle, and we all cope with it in different ways. And I thought, I struggle. Let's just be honest, okay? I'm always going through the gigs. And that's why I say going through the gigs, because I feel like we're always looking for something to fix. Like we're never satisfied as human beings. I think that's just the human condition. Even when we find peace, it doesn't last very long because we immediately pick ourselves apart. We start looking for a problem. And even if there isn't one, we come up with one and then we try to fix it. So that is where, for me, going through the gigs, that's what that means. Like we are constantly going through the gigs as human beings, honey. And I just think it's really important to remember that yes, you can go through the gigs, but don't let the gigs go through you.
Lushious Massacre, in every single video or live she has ever made this previous year and beyond, has been a broken record. Going through the gigs is her way of telling her fans, hey, I tried, and that's it. Now back to the drama. Back to what I'm good at. Back to drawing more attention to myself because that's what I need. Forget my depression. Forget my anxiety. Let's just make it worse on myself, and that's it. That's what she does. It's a repeat cycle. It's a broken record that keeps playing in the background, and her fans are blind to it. They have become immune to its pure existence.
It's just difficult. It's difficult when you ignored a side of yourself, because to me that shows me that I've been very insecure. Maybe I've been not loving myself. Maybe I've been rejecting that side of myself. Maybe I've been hating that side of myself. And that's true tea. We're having a true conversation. This is true tea. We come to a point where we have to really have these conversations. And, you know, those are the conversations that I've been having with myself this last year. What is it about me that I love? What is it about me that I don't love? What is it about me that I need to work on? What is it about me that I need to face? Because you guys know I've done videos like this before, and I love to have these conversations where I try to face the monster. I try to face the creature, and I try to tell myself the truth. I truly do believe the only way that I will heal and the only way that I will grow is if I don't lie to myself and I face myself and I tell myself the truth, you know? And I have to tell myself the truth. This last year has been a lot of truth telling. I went through, in 2021, I remember I went through a moment, and I wish I would have come here, and I wish I would have told you guys, but I kept it private because I wanted to allow myself a moment to reflect. But I went through a moment. I remember this must have been like October, September. Alexa, stop. You tried it. I was in a low point. I was probably going through the gigs. I was probably destroyed. I was probably destroyed. I was depressed. You guys know. I made another realization in 2022. My biggest enemy is me, Papa 911. I say this all the time. I realized that I am my own worst enemy, my own worst critic. I am the only one holding myself back. I have everything at my disposal. I have all the possibilities, are in front of me. I just need to put in the work and make it happen, but I unfortunately am someone who struggles from depression, and I get my moments where I get really inspired and I want to go at 100 miles an hour, and I start doing all these things, and I'm like, okay, today we're going to do this, today we're going to do that. I have a plan for the whole week. Oh my God, I'm going to do this for my channel. I have all these beautiful ideas. And then a couple of days later, boom. It's like I just fell apart.
If she ever comes to a point in her life where she actually tries to change, hey, good on her. Good on her, because she needs it. She needs to sit down, reevaluate her life, and fix the wrongs that need to be fixed. I mean, there's no way in hell that she can apologize to everyone in the universe she's offended. And nor should she have to either. But for the pure fact that she would take the time to work on herself is exactly what she needs. A really good starting point as far as apologizing and fixing things would maybe start with apologizing to Rich Lux first, and then moving on to other people.
So I'm not complaining, but what I'm saying is I feel like I didn't have the belief in myself, and I didn't put in the work to find balance, to be able to balance and juggle everything that I need to juggle, the things that I believe in and the things that make me happy and the things that fulfill me. I've been going through the case, okay?